Hey guys, welcome back to Ninjago News TV. I thought we'd switch things up and do a little bit of a different video today. So that is why today we are doing part 3 of Ninjago characters who should be minifigures. As I am assuming many of you probably were not on the channel for the last two parts, but basically I did these two videos where I talked about Ninjago characters who should be minifigures. Those were done a few months ago. Anyways, this is the Season 9 update and beyond for that series, and yeah, this is part 3. So we're going to be talking about several Ninjago characters who should be minifigures. Let's get started. So first we have Faith, and Faith is one of the most highly requested collectible Ninjago minifigures since we have seen Hunted, of course. The best thing about this minifigure is actually some really cool face printing. As you can see, one eye is normal, one eye is red, and that makes for really cool face printing. The scars also add up, making it pretty cool, and also her hairpiece, which is also pretty interesting. But overall, I think the main part about this minifigure would definitely be the really interesting face printing. Of course, her torso would remain the same as her heavy metal torso, so no change there. But it would be pretty nice to see this face. I think what would have been like the best outcome was to have her actual minifigure face be double-sided and have her normal, female face. But of course, that would have given away some spoilers. Next, we have Mystake, which is also another highly requested Season 9 minifigure. I'm assuming that we're probably going to be getting some Oni-themed sets, so hopefully we'll be getting Oni minifigures, but this would be a nice preview. And yeah, basically the torso is pretty much the same as Garmadon's pilot torso, except looking even more bony, like the bones look even more real. Now the face printing is very intricate with those neon pink eyes and a lot of other various details, such as mandibles and some pretty advanced eyebrows and stuff. But yeah, also her horns. I think this minifigure would be really cool, and hopefully we'll be getting something similar in the Oni wave, if that exists. Next we have Sons of Garmadon Police, which is one collectible minifigure that people tend not to really think about. The face printing would remain the same as the Chopper Maroon face print, so nothing to change there. However, instead there would be a police cap, as you can see. Now, of course, there is that standard bandana, but the torso printing is where it starts to get interesting. As you can see at the bottom of this image, there is a little badge with the Sons of Garmadon emblem on it. I think that would make for some really cool printing. And yeah, the entire torso is totally different with blue printing, and I think that would make for a really cool minifigure. This probably could have come in the Oni Titan set, but it didn't, of course, and I think I'd love to see this in a future Bricktober pack, or I don't know, just a future collectible minifigures series. And next is some other Dragon Keepers, Skaar and the Dragon Keeper pilot. And yes, Skaar is spelled like that, I believe. But yeah, we'll talk about Skaar the Skullbreaker, who we saw for a brief moment in, episode 86. Can't remember if his torso was different or not. But yeah, I'd love to see some of the other Dragon Keepers, because believe it or not, some of them there was an entirely different torso design for some other Dragon Keepers. One with like a little circle somewhere near the corner on the torso. But yeah, I'd love to see that torso specifically actually become a real minifigure. I think it would have been cool to see a little more variation with the actual Dragon Keeper minifigures, since pretty much all of them, for the most part, have the same torso, except for a few. But yeah, I feel like we probably should have seen a little more variation. But anyways, it would be nice to see some other Dragon Keepers released. Shadow Garmadon was the form that Garmadon used in the pilots in order to actually communicate to the normal world. And you may be asking, how exactly would Shadow Garmadon be a minifigure? Let me explain my take on Shadow Garmadon becoming a minifigure. Basically, the torso and the leg print, the legs, would just be pure black. There's nothing special about that, you can easily make that. In addition, the bone and the helmet would also be pure black. Now, the face printing would of course be these two eyes. I feel like this minifigure would probably be not detailed at all, very simple with no printing except for the face at all. However, I think it would be cool and a nice addition to Garmadon's minifigure line. Garmadon has had many minifigures, and I think it would be nice to see this form get a minifigure too, even if it's not that detailed. So next we have Khanjikhan, and believe it or not, you can pretty much make a custom Khanjikhan with Natakan's tail, normal torso, Kozu's extension, and Natakan's head, a hairpiece, and a woo beard. But anyways, it would be nice to see an official Khanjikhan minifigure released, considering his torso and torso extension are new designs, I think. But yeah, that would be nice to see this minifigure get his own minifigure. In addition to his face printing, which is also unique, he has like bags or something around his eyes. And it would be nice to get a gray version of Natakan's hair, and that beard also. I think this would make for a really nice collectible minifigure, maybe Bricktober, and I'd imagine he'd use the same tail as Natakan, but yeah, I feel like this minifigure would be super cool. It kind of baffles me that this was never made a minifigure, but yeah, this is another highly demanded minifigure. Season 3 Nia, the outfit that she used from Seasons 3 to 6, But yeah, I really don't know why this was made a minifigure. It probably could have been made a minifigure and rebooted, but anyways, it is not. And I feel like this minifigure is definitely deserved, and it would be really cool. The torso printing on this minifigure is very nice, and I feel like this is definitely a kind of minifigure that I would want to get. So another Nia minifigure is the outfit she used briefly in Skybound, her wedding outfit, and I also include Dilara here, and I'll explain that later. But yeah, the printing on this is actually really nice, and I feel like this would make an awesome minifigure. Like the Overlord minifigure, she could use a nice skirt piece, and yeah, I overall feel like this would make for a really nice minifigure. Now, her face could probably be dual-sided, with the other side of her face actually being Dilara's face. And that would make for a nice combination of possessed Nia, her normal Nia, and Dilara. So next we have Climber Cole, and this is the version of him we saw in his flashback and in that brief scene from the pilots. I feel like this minifigure would be definitely very nice. Nothing other to really say here, but this would definitely be a nice collectible minifigure for Cole fans. Next we have Inventor J. Just like Cole in the scene where he met Wu, I feel like this minifigure is definitely a step up from Cole's Climber minifigure in terms of detail. But yeah, this definitely has more detail, and I think it would be a really nice minifigure to see. And next we have Blacksmith Kai. And yeah, this also kind of surprised me, but Blacksmith Kai was never released. It would have been totally appropriate for the 4-weapon set, but anyways, moving on. This minifigure definitely has some really cool torso printing, different than your average Kai minifigure, but that's what makes it really nice. The first Spinjitzu Master is also a pretty highly requested minifigure. We saw the back of his torso in Season 1 and the flashback in Season 9, so yeah, the torsos were actually slightly different, but that doesn't really matter. Not sure how they do the approach with his hair. My guess is that they might be able to do printing on the back of his head, but I'm not sure what they do with his face either. I have two options. They could either just reveal his face. We saw a glimpse of his face in the Season 1 flashback, or they could either just not have a face at all, just leave it blank maybe. But either way, I think the torso would be really nice. Next we have casual ninja outfits, and these should totally exist. We got casual ninja outfits for the Lego Ninjago movie, but not for the show, and I believe there are actually multiple outfits used in the show. We had some of the ninja ones in Season 1, and then of course there are suits in Season 3, and then in Skybound, in this photo you can see, but yeah, I could be wrong, but it would be nice to get a minifigure for every single casual ninja outfit, because those outfits are actually pretty nice, even though they're not ninja suits or anything. They are pretty cool, and it would be nice to see them actually be minifigures, just like the Lego Ninjago movie ones. So next we have the Sons of Garmadon Heist Team that we briefly saw in episode 75. That includes known characters such as Luke Cunningham and Mr. E. These outfits were totally brand new, and they were designed so we would first suspect that they were the ninja, but of course they weren't, as we did see Lloyd. Although these guys are total Power Ranger ripoffs, their outfits are actually very cool, and I think it would be really nice to get these minifigures. My personal favorites would be the green one, which is Mr. E, and the red one, just because the red colors look really nice with the rest of the outfit. I think definitely their headpiece and that little mask, those would be very nice printing ideas. And yeah, I'd just really like to see these minifigures get made. They're really nice looking. So last but not least, we have the mechanic and both his Season 6 and Season 8 outfits. So the really cool thing, and we'll talk about his Season 6 outfit first, a really cool thing about this outfit, as shown in the image, is the transition of his prison part of the outfit to his normal part of the outfit. And there's that tube connecting the two halves, and that I feel is a really cool design choice. This definitely separates it from your normal prison outfit, of course, with all the tattered designs, and the fact that like half of it is his normal outfit. And then there's the hat molding, which is very interesting, as he has like a cybernetic eye piece, kind of like Ronin except in actual 3D with those blue dots. Then we have Season 8, and he's broken out of jail, and he has a red outfit, which is really cool and a nice contrast to the blue scheme that we saw in Season 6. This is also a really nice outfit, and I feel like both of these outfits I would want to see equally. So yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. As a follow-up corresponding video, there will also be things that should be sets, part 3, coming later this week, Thursday or Saturday. But yeah, you guys can look forward to that. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone everyone you know, and I will see you next time.